Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Henry Montgomery, and I'm here today. I'm at Wahoo Bar Seafood and Grill, and let me get this here shared out to a few groups, and we're gonna talk about fishing as a co-angler. So just give me a moment while I get this shared out. But while you're waiting to share this out, again, this is Henry Montgomery from the Bland Pro Fishing Show, and this show is brought to you by Enigma Fishing, Futch's Marine Depot, Motor Guide, Mercury Marine, Titan Tungsten, Falcon Hooks, Arden Reels, Fishing Savage, GoPro, and Bland Pro Fishing. So again, guys, let's give me a moment while I get this here shared out, and then we'll get started. Ooh. Almost done. Okay. So again, I want to welcome you guys here to another episode of Bland Pro Fishing, fishing as a co-angler. So last week when we talked about how you guys would choose your setup or choose which organization that you would like to fish. Well, this week we're going to talk about now that you've chosen which organization you would like to fish with and which lakes, what do we do next? How do we set up? So the best thing to do is now we need to assess what kind of tackle we have, what kind of rods and reels, basically the tools that you need to fish with. And speaking of that, as a co-angler, you don't need as many rods and reels as a boater, because you also have to take in consideration you don't have a whole lot of room to work with. You don't have a whole lot of space. It is not your boat. It is the boater's boat. And remember, you're a guest in someone's home, and you don't want to bring all your luggage just to stay a couple of days. So you bring what you need. With that being said, you only need to bring the amount of poles that you need. Generally speaking, I would bring anywhere for about 5 to 6 poles. And if you think about that, let's run it down. So you would need preferably like 2 spinning reels, 2 spinning rods, one with like a drop shot on it, one for a finesse setup like with a weightless fluke or something like that. The next thing that you would need a flipping or a punching stick. Something to get you in and out, or if you're out with someone who likes to flip and you have opportunity to flip into some heavy matter or something like that, you have your flipping stick. You need a setup to drag a worm, especially when you're fishing off the back of the boat. You can catch a lot of fish just by dragging a worm. Something to use your crankbaits, your spinner baits, and things of that nature. Something with a moving bait. So you need a moving bait setup, and then you need a top water setup. And for the most part, that's all that you would need. Now, with that being said, that'll still give you an opportunity to catch fish without bringing a whole lot of stuff when it comes to your rods and reels. Now, when it comes to tackle, again, you don't want to bring everything that you have at home and then try to put it on someone else's boat. So you need to pack accordingly. And with that being said, you have to do your research, find out what they're biting on, what the bass are using. I mean, if they're on worms, what color worms? What color is the color that you need? Generally speaking, black and blue works about anywhere. So black and blue, green pumpkin, and red bug are your three favorite colors that I like to carry with me at all times. So if that's what's working, why carry all the other stuff? Why have it? Why have white and chartreuse if you know you're not going to use it? Why have watermelon red if you know you're not going to use it? So those are the things you have to understand, and those are the things you need to keep at home and not bring with you. It's okay to have a pack of it, but not have as much as you would need as a replacement if you know you're going to fish with it a lot. Also with that, have you some crankbaits, have you some spinner baits, and have those things ready to go in case something breaks out. Welcome, Go Gomez from New Jersey. Glad you're watching. Now remember, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions, because we don't keep this series going right up until the time where I'm actually going to sit down with you and say, I know that I need tackle, because next week is, yes, I know I need tackle, I know I need this. How do I pack? And I'm going to show you just how I packed as a co-angler when I was going. Because again, it's if you have a backpack that you're not using, that's perfect. You can we're going to do it in this section here. If you have a backpack, that's perfect. If not, you can always go to places like Bass Pro. Bass Pro have an excellent backpack that will allow you to put four plastic containers in there. It has a place that you can put all your plastic in. It has a place for a lunchbox. I mean, it is the perfect setup. And even with that setup, it allows it to fit in the storage compartment in the back of someone's boat if it's empty. But you also remember, because you only have just that side of the boat to work with, in the sense of this is where you got to put all your stuff, don't carry a lot. Just carry what you need. And it's not a whole lot of space. Even though you're fishing off the back of the boat, don't mean you have to carry everything that you have. So the thing that I will ask that you guys do as a co-angler, inventory what you have. Inventory what you have. See what it is that you have and see what you need. And for anyone that needs anything, you can always go to my website, blandprofishing.com, and order whatever you need. And hey, send me a note and say, hey, Henry, I need this stuff for a tournament that's coming up, and I can't find it anywhere or whatever. I'll do my best to get it out to you as quickly as I can. Or if you're here in the state of Florida and most of the lakes are within, most of the lakes that I fish are within 3 hours of me at the most. And I think Okeechobee is the farthest away from me. Guys, if you're fishing a tournament and you need it that morning, and like said, you notice on Friday that you don't have it and you need it in the morning, give me a call. I'll do what I can. Even if I have to drive it down there to you, I have no problem with that. We'll work it out. Again, my website is blandprofishing.com, and we have everything. And I'm not going to say everything, but I have hooks. I have some weights. I have the basic stuff. I have worms, and I have a lot of soft plastic. I have jigs. So if you need something to get you through a tournament, just let me know and we'll get you there. And make sure you use the code BlandPro20, all capital letters, BlandPro20, to save 20% on your order. And with that, this is one of my new shirts that I got on right now. It's actually a hooded tee, man. This thing is very comfortable, lightweight, so it's not heavy on you. It's moisture wicking. It's real thin. It's the camo with the bass inside of it, and got the slogan down the sleeve: rig 'em, bait 'em, hook 'em. So again, guys, I know if you got questions, feel free to ask. This was a short impromptu video in a sense, so we're gonna do a recap here. So again, once you've already decided on what tournaments you're going to fish, it's time to make sure that you guys pack accordingly. Make sure you do your inventory on what you have, so you can make sure that if you need to get it before the next tournament starts, you can get it ordered. At the bottom of this here, guys, I'm going to put a link out following this here post to all my sponsors, which is Enigma Fishing. Guys, you can go there and get some great deals on rods and reels. Right now, they do have stuff in stock, and I'm actually getting ready to make an order for the upcoming season, because my season starts next month in January. At the end, I got I'll be doing the ABA Opens along with the Toyota Series with the MLF this year, and the Open starts, I think I can't remember what day, but I'll be down in Okeechobee doing the Southern Division and that. So I'll be down in Okeechobee with that. I'm actually leaving Saturday to go up and do a tournament up in Eufaula. So I'm actually leaving Saturday, going to Eufaula. Gonna load the boat up and just go and see what I can do for the tournament on Sunday. Appreciate it, Gomez. So again, guys, make sure you do your inventory, find out what you have, and figure out what you need, especially as a co-angler. Again, 6 rods is all you need. And again, I'm gonna go through that again. I recommend 2 spinning rods, one for a drop shot and one to keep it as a finesse. I like to use mine with a weightless fluke, so that's 2. My 3rd rod would be a flipping stick, something that can get you into heavy cover. That's 3. My next one here is something with a moving bait, something I can throw a crankbait on, a bladed jig, anything of that type of spinner bait. That's my 4th one. My 5th rod is something that I can just sit behind there and drag a worm with, you know, behind the back of the boat. I've caught a lot of fish that way just by dragging a worm. And then my last one that I would think that you need is something to do with top water. And that's all you need as a co-angler, because there's gonna be not too many situations where you can go pick and choose apart what you need. But those are the 6 that I recommend you guys getting. And I'm gonna put up a link. It probably won't be tonight, but I will put up a link to go to Enigma Fishing, so you can actually, the great part about them, you can actually see by size which rod works best for which application you want to do. So again, I'm gonna put that up, and then I'm gonna put my link up for Falcon hooks, so you guys can order you some hooks, tungsten with that, with some weights. But if you don't want to go through all these different companies, my link will be up there at Bland Pro Fishing. You guys can get get all your soft plastic from me, get all your jigs from me, and we can get you guys set up that way. I do have hooks, so we can get your hooks ready to go as well. So again, I am keeping this kind of short because we're getting ready to do a Tours for Top Drive here at Wahoo's. I got my boat and my truck out here, my rig set up here at Wahoo's Seafood and Grill in Gainesville. And we're gonna have some fun out here trying to get some toys out for the kids. So remember, guys, I need you guys to always rig them, bait them, hook them. Peace.